seen it. Don't have any 3D glasses. What am I even looking at here? Why don't you serve some, Billy? Well, howdy there, Screen Freaks. Billy and I are taking a hard-earned $5 from all the excitement around the Halloween lately and brushing up on our new neighbors from Full Moon while stuffing our faces with Halloween candy.
Oh.
Hey, you found the Horror Addicts. I wonder what scary flick Danny Knightmare's reviewing tonight. Let's keep our fangs crossed. It's a Full Moon movie. That is one spiffy shirt he's wearing.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, Bony Cowboy.
We must be in a bigger sugar high than I thought, Billy. I swear the TV heard us.
Yeah, and we can see you too.
I don't remember sending invitations for invading our privacy. How the heck are you doing this anyway?
Oh, well yeah, but my son here, LOLZ, he's half demon, so, you know, he's got a lot of demon magic. And, yeah, we're just gonna say demon magic, right? Look, I'd love to stay and chat, but we gotta try and think of a full moon movie to review tonight. But hey, even though it's a little early for Halloween, we really like your guys' costumes, so we'll give you some Halloween candy. Let's see, what do we got here? Kit Kats, Twix, Goobers.
Goobers. Hey, wait a manic minute! That reminds me, there was a full moon flick called Goobers. You guys review that one yet?
Technically that's a Moonbeam release, but that's just Full Moon for kids. So you're on, Cowboy. But I'm gonna need your help, Mr.
Name's Dead West Hombre. Let's get the shindig started.
Alright, sounds good. Oh, nice. Awesome. Alright, let's do it. (1997's) Mystery Monsters, or Goobers,
which has nothing to do with the candy,
is once again directed by Charles Band, under the name Robert Talbert, for whatever reason.
'Cause he can. That's the reason.
Alright, good enough reason. And it starts off with Tommy joining the hit kids TV show Cat and Mike's Goobers. Tommy is new to the show, so Cat and Mike tells him right off the bat not to ask questions or go near the Goobers and his dressing room. Like a pest, Tommy doesn't listen to any of the advice and is always scheming around.
Danny, don't you know that's the rule of kid movies? Never listen to anyone.
I guess.
I mean, it always happens in every kid's movie.
They don't listen and then something happens. He even drags his co-star Susie, a second-rate Saved by the Bell reject, into the mix.
Oh, burn!
No, seriously, that's actually Ashley Tesoro. She played Liz Miller on Saved by the Bell, The New Class. And for you that are unfamiliar with that show, it was a 50-plus episode of Screech and Mr. Belding standing in a dumpster fire, slowly burning to death because they simply had nowhere else to go.
No comment. No comment.
She's also a singer. She released a gospel country album. I'd play some, but I'm not that mean.
Why?
You don't want to know why.
No, I do want to hear it.
Your funeral, though, bud.
I'd rather have Jesus than man's applause.
When Tommy isn't getting picked on by Jimmy, the kid that will soon be too old for this show, Tommy is still snooping around for the Goobers, looking for wires, listening in on Captain Mike's dressing room. He soon discovers that the Goobers are indeed real. He tries to explain this to everyone who might listen, but his parents are about as useful as any adult in a Goosebumps story.
Brush my teeth, brush my teeth, brush my teeth.
Okay.
Yeah, because fun fact of the day, if you want to be a good parent, just love baseball cards more than your kid.
It only cost me $120.
Do you believe in the supernatural? I mean, do you believe that it's possible? Do you think I need therapy?
Next on the list, Carl Yastrzemski.
So, when he gets an opportunity and Captain Mike isn't around, he sneaks into his dressing room and then he opens up the trunk.
Very bad CGI. I still don't know what Goobers are. Somebody please tell me.
So here is the real meat that draws us into watching this kiddie adventure from the same folks who brought us Killer Puppets and Skin Flicks. The Goobers turn out to be a gang of weirdo-looking monsters stolen from an alternate dimension ruled by some chick who may or may not be a snake queen. Anyway, the Goobs were her slaves, and she ain't too happy if some youngin's TV host nabbed them out from under her. After 30 years, she finally gets a clue to their whereabouts when I guess Earth's airwaves finally reach wherever the heck she is.
What is this contrivance?
O most holy queen of serpents, television.
And she magically appears at the studio with her brood of a translator to get back what's hers. So without much other motivation than you're mean and they're sweet, the youngins make it their mission to outwit the sexy queen and keep the Goobs on TV.
What is wrong with this lackey? Does he know not better than to question his superiors? Announce us immediately, or I will have your master flog you.
Puckering at the sours of this magical puppet adventure, my least favorite part is the bad girl's highfalutin plan for getting her Goobers back. The evil queen goes undercover as a studio exec and cons her way to Captain Mike with a handful of long-winded scenes of her pointlessly buying the TV studio and illegally breaking into Mike's dressing room to search for the Goobs. That is way more exciting than her straight up invading the place with a cartoony snatch and grab, ain't it? I'm guessing the filmmakers must have completely run short on footage with the youngins thanks to misunderstanding child labor laws, because why else would this ankle-biting romp be so heavily padded with all this bull hockey about contracts and buyouts? Seriously, these business meeting scenes take forever and are the complete opposite of anything an idiot box rugrat would want to see. It's all adults, no action, and
dedicated to creating children's shows that are both fun and educational.
Educational?
Executive producer. I like that. They produce, they execute.
well, that's pretty funny.
Gotta give a little stroke now and then. Gotta keep the help happy.
Why?
Motivation. Gets them working hard.
Surely fear of death and torture is the best motivation.
I guess it would be at that.
Still carrying some laughable punch.
I have dealt often with talent.
Well, I'd love to know your secret.
Pain, brutality, and the methodical application of terror.
Okay, now we're just beating a dead horse to a heap of glue.
So, LOLZ, what did you not like about the movie?
Well, I don't go with the kind of bad thing. The stage edition. I mean...
Oh,
right
the
there.
magical swipe transitions?
Yeah, it looks like somebody's did on his phone.
Yeah. Nowadays, you could do that on phone. This was 97, though. They didn't have,
Yeah, but
phone
still.
technology back then. It does look cheesy, I admit.
You've got your career to think about now. You're a big kid TV star.
Esmeralda.
Esmeralda, yeah, she kind of looks like...
A woman fused with a puppet on crack.
Yeah, she looks kind of like a crack whore that tried to put out a forest fire with a screwdriver. Full Moon and Moonbeam, they do have a lot of really good puppets, but we weren't a fan of Esmeralda.
She's scary.
Yeah, maybe she shouldn't have been in a kids movie. Maybe they should have put her in one of the Full Moon actual horror movies, because she is pretty scary.
The new horror movie, Crack Mother Doll.
Crack Mother Doll. There you go, Charles Van. Make that movie happen.
Why, you cheap little scullion.
Other than that, we don't have a whole lot of complaints. I mean, the acting is, what you would expect in a low-budget kids movie, but... oh well, it worked. Okay, but what did we like about this movie?
Blop.
Yeah, Blop. I have to say what I liked about it as a parent watching this with my kid, is he generally did crack up almost any time Blop was on screen crapping his pants.
And he's experiencing expedition at 24/7.
No.
Squid.
Do you have any idea what he'll do to you if he comes back here?
Get me fired?
Yes, well, fire would probably figure in it in some fashion. Now listen to me.
Like, Squid was always doing exposition, Esmeralda was just creepy and unnecessary, but we liked Blop because he was comic relief, and you know what? He did his job well. We also kind of liked the part where they pulled an anthrax and just destroyed the house. What did you guys enjoy about it?
I like to say the sweets of this flick from me are the Goobers, but they don't do much of anything. They're just tiny slave laboring backbreakers with no powers, two of them can barely talk, and their young saviors have to do everything to save them from going back to their home dimension with Mara.
Help us, you young dunce!
But, they're monsters, so they're automatically cool for that alone. Especially the one that reminds Brass to brush her teeth. This well-versed fella here may not seem like much at first glance, but full moon fans might find it interesting to know that this is the same actor who played Myron, the evil, deformed brainiac from Head of the Family. Of course, he ain't doing nothing as nasty and R-rated as he did in that flick, but we do get to see him out of makeup playing the studio exec. With zero deaths, no naked ladies, and monsters that do zilch, let's nuke the ingredients of this flick and see what it rates, Billy. 3 out of 5! For a movie made for yard monsters, this family-friendly flick, alright, it's got a coherent script, good acting, and likable monsters, but should have gotten them more involved with the story and pumped up the action a lot more. I recommend Goobers to fans of gorillas and suits, over-the-hill child stars looking for inspiration, and parents needing a video babysitter for an hour and a half, but what do I know? I like killers made of movies.
Yeah, I agree. But hey, let's ask a kid. What'd you think? What should we give it?
See it, ironically. As the burner is murdered alive with a flamethrower hide the body.
As you can tell, that is our major complaint with this movie. But other than that, we had fun. Anyways, thank you, Dead West. Thank you, Billy, so much for being on our show. It was great to have you. Maybe one of these days we can even be on your show.
I want to be animated, yes.
He'd love to be animated.
Yes.
So, why don't you go ahead and tell everybody where they can get a hold of you?
Billy, if you had waited a dang second, we could have reminded those folks to tune into our show, ScreamingSuit.com, the world's first fully animated horror show. Don't try changing the dang subject. It looks like the scat bear is getting diarrhea all over his head.
Goobers.
Goobers.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to that Mumbo Jumbo and go check out Screamin' Soup and subscribe to them.
What are you doing now?
I'm gonna say the magic words.
Klaatu, Barada,